This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत, झूमेगा भारत.
Namaste everyone. Jai Shri Ram. This is your host and your Dost, RJ Megha, and you are live on my show, Satat Swadharma. We are on Bharat TV to discuss a grand news that is in the history of making the biggest news in Houston, United States. This interview will reveal an upcoming plan that have never been discussed on any other media or news until now. Keep watching and continue showering your blessings just like you have been on Bharat TV, on Satat Swadharma, and all our interviews so far. Here, I want to take this pleasure of inviting a guest. But before I do that, I have a very small question to give to you all. Is Houston becoming a land of Hanuman? हाँ जी, बिल्कुल. A few months ago, we had the darshan of the grand Statue of Union, which is 90 feet tall. This is the third tallest statue in the US, and now another history is in the making. Are you ready to go ahead and know more about this history? Well, I'm sure you all are. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our guest speaker for today. I am going to read his introduction because it is phenomenally amazing and his philanthropic work is very inspiring. And I am sure all the listeners and viewers out there are excited to know what the news is. But before that, let's learn more about our guest speaker. His name is Ramakrishna Rallapalliji, and his history dictates his work in his profession, but a very educated gentleman. He has a commitment in serving and preserving Sanatan Dharma. For the past 25 years, he has been associated with Datta Yoga Center, where he is also currently serving as a treasurer for the Hanuman Datta Yoga Center. Each year, he leads an initiative to teach children and adults Bhagavad Gita and recite all 18 chapters of the sacred text. Through this, he aims to instill and continue instilling our dharma, our karma, and sanatani attitude in the minds, in the hearts of the people, of the youngsters and the adults. He is a software engineer by profession, and that is what he does to make his living. I did not want to mention this earlier because that gives you an understanding that not only is he a spiritual, philanthropic individual that values culture and wisdom of India, but also a very educated gentleman with a lot of wisdom to share. Let me go ahead and invite him here as our guest speaker for today. Remember, he's the one who is going to tell us the new history that is in the making. Welcome, Ramakrishna ji, and we are very excited to have a chat and a conversation with you in our today's show on Bharat TV.
Namaste, Megha ji. Thank you for inviting me today.
Namaste, Ramakrishna ji. Thank you for your time. And let me tell you this for sure. हमारी ह्यूस्टन की ऑडियंस और हमारे ऑडियंस वर्ल्ड वाइड ऑफ भारत टीवी is very excited to know what the new history is. And I want you to know, ये आपका first announcement है. So make it as grand as you can and let us know what is the new history in the making for United States, especially Houston, Texas.
So Hanumanji's blessings now in Houston. The Houstonians are blessed with Karya Siddhi Hanuman Temple. A divine destination awaits. So soon we will have the divine energy of Hanumanji in Houston. Karya Siddhi means the one who performs and successfully a task given to him. So when you pray to him, he will fulfill your wishes. That is the Hanuman that we are installing here in Houston. So it is really a biggest news and the greatest news for Houstonians.
This is amazing. So in the history of making, we have another Hanuman temple, another direction towards Hanumanji, because Houston is becoming a land of Hanuman after the 90 feet tall Statue of Union. You said Karya Siddhi Hanuman Mandir. So Ramakrishna ji, is just the same temple that is in Dallas?
Correct. Yes, it is the same temple that is in Dallas under the same organization. Sri Swamiji, Sri Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji, he is the visionary behind this temple. So he's made a sankalpa in 2022 to build another temple in Houston, which is, he said, is much needed for Houstonians.
So are you saying this has been planned and planted since 2022?
Swamiji made 20 in 2022. Swamiji made a sankalpa. Last year we bought the 30 acres land. We found the 30 acres land and we started the process since then. So we are in the stage of getting the permits from the county.
Wow. So
Yeah.
it takes this long for us to go ahead and get the permits. This is very interesting. So tell me more about, where is this mandir going to be? When is the Bhumi Pujan? Tell us more.
Yes. So we bought 30 acres land, which is in Vallis, Texas. It
Okay.
is about 20-25 minutes from Katy, more
Okay.
of the west. So you will see it is in a serene 30 acres open land atmosphere where we are planning to build Hanuman Temple. So initially, we are planning to build a 5,000 square foot small temple. To Swamiji wants the temple to be built by next year. So we'll have the temple ready by next year, a small temple. And so Hanuman will be, Sindura Hanuman will be installed. A Sindura Hanuman that is made in Rajasthan, from the Rajasthan. So this temple, we are at a process of the architecture design and submitted our mm, papers to the county. So we're waiting for the approval from the county. As soon as we have the approval, we'll start the Bhumi Puja. So we'll have the Muhurat for the Bhumi Puja, good day, and maybe in December or in November and December or in January, whenever the dates follow, we'll have the Bhumi Puja. And as soon as Bhumi Puja is done, we'll start the construction.
That is so exciting.
Yes,
Um, so next year is where we can expect the 5,000 square feet mandir. Is that correct?
correct. Yes, yeah,
Okay. So I have a lot of questions now. Since
yeah.
you mentioned Sindur Murti and you mentioned 5,000 square feet and then a bigger temple.
Uh-huh.
First question: what is the difference between a Sindur Murti of Hanumanji and a normal Murti of Hanumanji?
So the one that is in Dallas is a emerald stone. It's made of emerald. So emerald
Okay.
is a special. Is a very porous, and it has a special power. It has to be chiseled very carefully. Otherwise, it will just break. The one that's coming here is the Sindur Hanuman, and this is the
Mhm.
same Hanuman that was also installed in Trinidad 20 years ago. Swamiji installed a Sindur Hanuman in Trinidad also. So Sindur Hanuman has Swamiji gave special powers to that Sindura Hanuman, and he will be installing here as a Karya Siddhi Hanuman. So the temple name will be Karya Siddhi, mainly because Karya Siddhi comes from Ramayana, where Lord Hanuman is praised by Lord Rama for fulfilling Lord Rama's wish, where he is the one who crosses the ocean, goes to the Sita, and gives the good news to Lord Rama. That's where the Karya Siddhi Hanuman, the term came from. And there's a mantra, Twamasmin Karya Niryoge, Pramanam Harisattama, Hanuman Yatnamastaya, Dukkakshaya Karobhava. So this is the mantra that people chant when they want to accomplish any task or any obstacles they face in their life. Say, go to the temple, they tie a thread, and their wish will get fulfilled. I think they have to chant for 16 days this mantra, and we have seen many examples where people got their wishes fulfilled by chanting this mantra. So that is the importance of Karya Siddhi Hanuman.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really amazing. I mean, I already have goosebumps. So, Lord Hanuman that can fulfill Sri Ram Bhagwan's wish, obviously, our wishes are going to be so small in front of what Ramji wanted, which was Mata Sita. So it's fantastic to know Hanumanji Swayam is coming to fulfill our wishes. It's really amazing. I mean, this is not history. I think this is beyond history in the minds and eyes and belief of Houston, Texas.
Mhm.
So Ramakrishna ji, tell me, how did this? So you said in 2022, Swamiji had already planned and thought about wanting a mandir in Houston. Are there any more locations that are going to be blessed by Hanumanji?
Yes, California, Fremont.
Okay.
So is planning for another Karisiddhi Hanuman temple there.
Wow.
Canada already has a Karisiddhi Hanuman temple.
Okay.
It was last year it was built. And there are two more centers, but it's not Karisiddhi, which is in New Jersey and Maryland. Swamiji is building another two centers, but not Karisiddhi. It is Devi Shrine and another different shrine. But California, Fremont is the one where we will have another Karisiddhi Hanuman.
Wow. Hanumanji is loving United States. I think it's becoming another Sri Lanka in some way, but in the more positive way, I will say that.
Right.
Okay, this is amazing. So, of course, you said your wishes can be fulfilled, which is the part of Ichha Purti for Hanumanji. Um, and you said something about tying a thread, speaking this mantra for 16 days consistently.
Correct.
What happens? I mean, are there any other benefits of visiting this mandir?
I mean, you go to any mandir, right? It gives you first thing is peaceful, right? It's very peaceful there. That is one place where you can directly talk to the Lord. I mean, even though he's in the form of stone, you can
Right.
do your silent communication with the Lord.
Right.
That is the foremost thing why we all go to the temple. And also in our culture, it says that the effective chanting, group chanting or any group gathering has more effectiveness and more power than doing individually. So that's why we go to the temple and do prayers there collectively. So yeah. And Swamiji has specifically blessing the Karisiddhi Hanuman temples in US for protection of all our community.
That's amazing. I want you to know, while we were on our back end side on Bharat TV, while we were preparing for your interview, I'm going to give you a little bit insight, internal insight.
Mhm.
Um, I have a person that mentioned that they had been to Frisco, Texas in Dallas,
Mhm.
and they had tied the thread, and they were, by the way, I do want to show it to the audience here. This is the thread that you receive in return when you go and tie the thread. I think the priest there helps you with
Correct.
confirming whatever your wishes are, and
He makes the
tying that knot, makes
Mhm.
the sankalpa, yes, and tying that knot on your hand, chanting it for 16 days. So I am another person, another bhakt that has visited the temple. But I think our internal person from Bharat TV gave a very good feedback. They said they had visited Frisco in Dallas, and they themselves had requested, obviously like any other person in the US, they
Mhm.
wanted their visa to be, sabko green card jaldi chahiye. Everybody wants the green card process. So this gentleman had gone to the mandir. His EB1 category wish was fulfilled after 16 days. So his actually immigration was filed, his visa was filed under EB3, which was taking much longer.
Right.
It was his company actually called him after 16 days and said, you know what, we're changing your category. These are the few things you have to make changes in. And today that gentleman has a green card.
Wow.
So it's amazing to see how miraculous Ichhapurti Hanumanji is.
Yes.
Um, and there is no saying or no discounting the fact that this temple is miraculous. And I want you to again know, please thank Swamiji on behalf of residents of Houston, Texas, that do not have to travel all the way to Dallas for their Ichha, or also the older population, right, that cannot sit for that long or not travel all the way to Dallas and fulfill. Even if they want the darshan, they're unable to do that. But
Correct.
today, because of you and because of all these, your board members or Swamiji's kripa, I think we're able to do it in Houston. It's fantastic.
Mhm.
Um, I think I want you to know that it is a shat pranam to your team, to the board members, and to Swamiji that we are getting it right close to our house.
Yes.
Thank you again. I have last two questions for you. So, first question is going to be, um, can you give us examples of few activities, of few rituals that will be done at this temple after the 5,000 square feet is going to be built, is it going to be the same as building another big temple? I mean, how will that work while you're working on the bigger temple and the small temple?
Right.
I'm just very curious.
Sure, sure, yeah. So it's a 30 acres land. So there's already an existing structure. So we are building a temple. We're using that existing structure. So that will be a mandap and everything will be inside that structure. The big temple would be coming at the Brahmasthana. It's called Brahmasthana, which is the center of the 30 acres. That's where
Okay.
it's coming. So that is in the little bit there. It's an open land there. So that is where we are planning to build a temple with a cone area with a water in there with the water, and also we are planning like in India we have something called Agraharam. Agraharam means a temple surrounded by all houses. So we
Oh,
want
wow.
yeah, so we are planning to, once the temple comes, we are planning to build houses around the temple, so all the devotees and other people can stay right there instead of traveling to different places and coming to the temple. So,
Wow. That's amazing.
yeah,
So there will be stay, there will be. So I know another thing that's very famous in Dallas is the big bhojanalai that you have there. Is that also going to be here?
yes, we are planning for a kitchen, but it will be in a phases. But as soon as the temple comes, then we'll go for the next phase. Yeah.
Right, right. Makes sense. That's really amazing. So how, okay, what was the reason of why you chose Bharat TV as your first and the foremost media uh, entrance as well as media announcement? What was the reason for that? I'm very curious.
I think Hanumanji made the connection. But 2 weeks ago, I came to the State Formation Day. I attended the State Formation Day organized by
Gee.
the Indian Consulate, and I saw you were interviewing the each state members, and I thought came in my mind. I think it is the right time to promote about Hanuman Datta Yoga Center, the Karyasiddhi Hanuman Temple that is coming in Houston, which we haven't yet pursued to any outside media yet. So I thought this is the right time to start promoting, and that's how I met you. And I thought that let me give it a try, and it's happening now.
It's
Yeah,
amazing, huh?
yes,
Ichha Purti. I mean, you had an Ichha, so obviously it has to be Pura. No, that's Hanuman's
Hanuman.
saying. Ichha Purti is his strength. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fantastic. So, a last question is how can the listeners and the viewers or the Bhakt, right? How can they help with this development in Houston? I mean, what can they do if they want to contribute towards this
yeah.
making or this development?
Yeah. So certainly we need a lot of help, volunteer
Mhm.
help, financial help, any help, whatever
Right,
help we need, right? So we need
right, right.
it. So we have something called a brick. So they can donate a brick towards the construction of the temple. So be part of that construction of the temple. They can donate a brick, or they can
Yeah.
donate for the kitchen. They can do the annadana seva there, which
Okay.
we're doing, or they can donate towards something on the for the muriti or something, or they can just come and do the physical service, whatever they do. So they can reach out to me, or they can reach out to you, or our website is hdyc.org. So that
Okay.
is the Hanuman Datta Yoga Center. So they
Okay.
can, on the website has all the details, but they can reach out to you or to me to get more details about the seva opportunities.
Nice, amazing. Yes, or for all the viewers and listeners, if you want to join in any ways, shape or form, financial, physical, emotional, just be a part of this groundmaking history event. You're welcome to do so. You're welcome to reach out to us. You can also reach out to Ramakrishna ji or obviously Bharat TV, Bharat News, Bharat FM. We will be right here to help you connect with Ramakrishna ji or the temple and let you do your part of service, your Shraddha Bhakti service in the making of this Karya Siddhi Mandir. I want to thank Ramakrishna ji one more time for your time. I want to make sure that the listeners and viewers are aware this temple will be ready next year. 5,000 square feet will be next year, and the bigger temple will still be in the making. It is going to be in Dallas, Texas. This was another news of or about Hanumanji in Houston, Texas. We're being blessed, and I invite you all to take the part of the blessing. Namaste, Jai Shri Ram, everybody. Jai Shri Ram, Ramakrishna ji again, and thank you.
Namaste, Jai Hanuman.
Jai Hanuman.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.